Giving all glory and honor and praise to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Kadash. Double out unto the elder apostles of a great millstone who were well in teaching us 100% truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect, beginning with the 144,000 and the rest of the men, women, and children. I'm your brother, Magan Shalamar. The title of this short video is Esau root shall be dried up. Esau root shall be dried up beneath. This is a short clip of just happened, I believe, yesterday of what Trump is doing with the immigrants of the European so-called white man coming over here in America. And you see the difference between how they treat the Israelites, the northern tribe, versus themselves, the other Edomites is coming over to America. And so I'm going to play this clip and let you hear for yourself. This is fair use, fair use. It's not for monetary gain, but for education purposes only.
The Trump administration is considering a plan to radically curtail refugee admissions to the United States while giving preference to English speakers, white South Africans, and Europeans who oppose migration. That's according to documents obtained by the New York Times, which reports the proposals would transform a program aimed at helping the most vulnerable people in the world into one that gives preference to mostly white people who say they're being persecuted. Among the beneficiaries would be members of the Alternative for Germany party, known as AfD, whose leaders have revived Nazi slogans, minimized the Holocaust, and promoted anti-immigrant hatred. Members of the Democratic Women's...
So you see, there's a difference they make. There's a big difference between when you're dealing with the Israelites, when they want to come over here, escaping from atrocities going on in their countries. Speaking of the Northern Tribe, then, you know, oh, they're coming over here legal. They're legal aliens. They're criminals. You know, send them back, close the gates. But yet, and still, the exact same time that they doing that to the Northern Tribe, and they turning them back and listing them as criminals. They have all open arms for their own people, the Edomites. So you see, there is a difference when it comes to them. So I want to play this again.
And we all live here, she said. The Trump administration is considering a plan to radically curtail refugee admissions to the United States while giving preference to English speakers, white South Africans, and Europeans who oppose migration. That's according to documents obtained by the New York Times, which reports the proposals would transform a program aimed at helping the most vulnerable people in the world into one that gives preference to mostly white people who say they're being persecuted. Among the beneficiaries would be members of the
mostly white people. She said it out of her own mouth. And you see, every time she does a clip, it's like important things that I pick up on. To her, to them, it's only lasts for like, it's only like a 15-second topic. She could have went all into this, you know, but no, it just, I'm gonna put it out there. You're only gonna get 15 seconds of this truth. You see? So that's how we know we're dealing with this, with devil, man. We're dealing with Esau. Edom is the deceiver on this earth, man. Because whatever it is for his benefit and for his people, oh, he changes the law right quick to make it good for him. But then when it comes to the Israelites, you know, they use it for demonizing us. You know, we're demonizing so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American Indians. This is Job chapter 18. I'm going right into it. I'm going to start at verse 14. It says that his confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle, and it shall bring him to the king of terrors, right? Because that's exactly what's going to happen to Esau Edom. His whole tabernacle, his whole lineage is going to be rooted out, because this is, if you don't, man, this is the devil we're dealing with. They're going to always find some type of evil way to do evil shit to the Israelites, man. We will never have peace as long as this devil is still on this earth. That's why the Lord says when he returns, he's gonna have to, after he serves his 1,000 years, he's gonna get rid of him. And Obadiah 1:18 tells us they're gonna be burnt up, man. They're the only nations that's not gonna be that will not have any mercy given to them from the Lord. They're the only nation that's not going to have mercy. Because this is why. Because of the evil that they do, man. They continues to be just do evil upon evil and upon evil. You know, who in the right mind, man? You at the same time you persecuting a tribe of people, the northern tribe, every day, sending them to Alcatraz, alligator Alcatraz, disappearing them from alligator Alcatraz, breaking up the homes, busting in the doors, scaring the kids, separating the children from their parents, and they disappear. We're going for months and months, and sometimes just they don't get heard of anymore, being taken to different, spending all that fuel to send them to different countries and dropping them off, you know? And at the same time, on the flip side, they welcome them in, the Edomites from different countries, from over there in Europe, who say they are being persecuted, whose majority is just the white people, so-called white man. The white people is coming over here with welcome arms. You know, that's the type of justice they have. They show is unequal justice, and it won't be justified until they be taken out of this earth, man. After their 1,000 years of slavery, you know. Verse 16, it says, "His roots shall be dried up beneath, and above shall his branch be cut off." Right. You have to get rid of them motherfuckers, man. The Lord have to get rid of these motherfuckers, everything. The roots gonna be dried up, and the branches, his kids, his grandkids, and nephews, all of them gotta go. Verse 17, "His remembrance shall perish from the earth, and he shall have no name in the street. He shall be driven from light into darkness and chased out of the world. He shall neither have son nor nephew among his people, nor any remaining in the dwelling." Right. And that's what has to happen when you're dealing with this devil, man. They have to be taken out of this place, man. After they do that 1,000 years of slavery, hardcore, they're going to be wiped out, extinct from this earth. You know, because if not, this is the type of shit we'll be dealing with over and over again. You know? It says, verse 20 said, they that come after him shall be astonished at his day, as they that went before were frightened. Surely such are the dwelling of the wicked, that this is the place of him that knoweth not the Most High. You know, so we'll never get justice from this fucking devil, man. We'll never be 100% justice on equal opportunity. You know, that so-called these black slave Christians be believing in, that we can hold hands and one day have the same type of justice equal on the left side and the right hand side. That can't happen. You know, it can't happen until Yahweh Shah returns and destroy this damn place. And Esau's kingdom is destroyed forever. So we just waiting on that MOTB. We're just waiting on that RFID chip. We know that's the next major prophecy that has to take place before World War III comes. And we know during World War III, Yahweh Shah HaMashiach was going to crack that sky with his hundreds of thousands of angels in them chariots. That's going to also destroy America within the hour with them laser beams from the chariots. And we know that them ICBM missiles are going to be bathed in the spirit of the Lord. And they're going to tear this fucking place up, man. They're going to tear what they call America. All these people want to come into America and think they escaping the whatever type of danger they're suffering over in Europe to come here in America, live in peace. We know they only coming over here to be destroyed. So come on in, let them come, because they coming for their death. So I hope you was edified. Abba, call halal Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Rakah HaKadosh. Double honors to the elders, apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom.